Hello Nippies, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, hi, hello, I'm Nips, a freelance artist, and if you're wondering what's happening in the thumbnail, today is yet again another Thirsty Thursday, the third one in a row, as a matter of fact, so if you're tired of the series, I am so sorry, but who can say no to a good Thirsty Thursday? So if you are new here and you need a quick rundown, basically on Patreon, I take suggestions for series, games, etc., and whichever one wins, we bring over to twitch.tv and we pick characters from there and thirstify them, because who doesn't want more thirsty art in the world? The victim of this specific stream was Resident Evil, and I know this is a franchise that is very beloved. It's got a very large history, one that I am not very aware of. I only knew of the character that I'm drawing right now, Ada Wong, because my best friend Sade absolutely loves her. And then our big booba, tall, strong, evil seductress lady D. And then the main character, of course, Leon, who, I don't know, he's the main character. So I don't really know anything about the franchise other than that. And consequently, those are the ones that got picked. So I was a bit intimidated going into this. I wanted to do something fun to bring them to life, try to practice my painting a bit more, and again, wanting to try to expand on the backgrounds, and I really just did not do that. I honestly didn't even try with these. I felt way too intimidated by the characters. I wasn't familiar enough with the franchise, and some of the drawings were just not coming out the way that I wanted. Normally, I warm up with a mascot of some sort, and so you'll see on the top right that I did some anatomy sketches instead, since as far as I know, there is no mascot really in Resident Evil, or at least my chat didn't inform me, okay? I am beholden to whatever chat says, because when I don't know anything about the franchise, my fate is in your hands. So I decided to just do that instead, and they came out pretty well. I was very proud of them, but as soon as it came to drawing the actual characters, I just kind of blanked. The same way I blanked by leaving the bee right back on the screen, because without fail, every single stream, I need to leave it up without realizing at least once. So, you know, professional streamer, by the way. And professional artist, because let's be real, look at the artistry on that gun. Execution, 11 out of 10. And honestly, the way that gun was executed is pretty much a summary for how these drawings are going to turn out. Like I said last video, if you guys watched it, I don't think this stream went very well. And I don't know if a lot of that is hindsight. It felt a bit like that in the moment. I kind of had a little moment of delusion. I was like high on what I thought was good, and then, you know, I got the post clarity, you know, like after you post some stuff on social media, you let it simmer a bit, you distance yourself, and then you're like, all right. And usually that takes about 5 seconds, because the second you press post, it's done. You find 800 flaws, you want to take it down, delete it, I'm the worst artist in the world, and blah blah blah. So the post clarity was truly enlightening, and I kind of just ended up not liking it. And I think a lot of that might also have to do with the fact that the drawing, especially this one of Lady D, when we're gonna start it now, did not do well as I had hoped, because you will see. I wonder if the reference was a little too niche, but I was very proud of the reference. So if you've been on the internet long enough, you know that one iconic Kim Kardashian picture where she's like holding the champagne bottle and it's like popping over her head in an arc, and it's like landing on what seems to be a perfect 90-degree angle of her butt, just like out with a champagne glass magically sitting on top of it, undisturbed. And I was like, okay, but like, what if we did that? You know, because the outfit would kind of match. Lady D, it's pretty similar, and like Lady D is like thickums, and she's large, and then instead of the champagne glass, it's like a head that's exploding, but we like censor it, and it's blood instead of champagne. and then she's like, her hat has the blood like dripping on it. And there was definitely a vision there. And I think I got like high on the vision, and I just like let it take over my body and my spirit. And I was just like, yeah, oh my God. I'm kind of a genius. I'm like, and now in hindsight, I'm honestly not sure if that's the case. I feel like there was something there. I feel like I did something, but I'm not sure. Let me know down below what you think of this drawing. And be honest, okay? It might hurt my feelings, but be honest. I feel like there's something here, but maybe the execution just wasn't, up to par. But you know what wasn't up to par? The Leon that is coming next. Oh my goodness. It is not very often that this happens to me, especially with Thirsty Thursdays, but I actually just had to stop drawing Leon. Like, I wouldn't even say halfway. I would probably even say like a third of the way. It was just not coming out the way I wanted to at all. I was super tilted with the anatomy, the general composition, the vibe. It's almost like I had an idea in my mind. I was reaching to grab it, and then I just kind of hit a glass wall, and then I was just kind of stuck like the SpongeBob meme where like Squidward is looking down from his window to everybody having fun, except it's the drawing I want to do and I'm just sitting there unable to attain it. And so a lot of the times when I'm drawing, not just on Thirsty Thursdays, I can kind of tell when I'm not going to be able to get myself out of the mental rut that I'm in. And because I stream so often, like I've been streaming for a very long time, probably too long, but I love streaming. And one of the things that I have had to learn while doing it is how to get myself out of kind of art block or being tilted like live on stream, obviously in front of everybody, and try not to like bring down the mood and, just kind of keep it going. And so there are very rare times where I am just unable to do that. And then I just spiral out of control and I can no longer keep going. And sometimes it gets so bad that I actually just have to stop streaming. And so thankfully, this was one of the times where it was the third drawing. So I can basically just call Thirsty Thursday over at that point and not feel too bad. But when I kind of looked back at the two drawings I had finished, I was like, I don't know. And I just started to doubt myself. And so I don't know. That is primarily the reason I said last video where, this was just not a good stream. And obviously I'm sharing it with you because it happened. Okay, that's the reality. I even shared the Leon on Twitter as well. It just is what it is, and that's the reality. And I think it's okay. It's okay for it to happen because not every drawing is going to be a masterpiece. And sometimes seeing things like that Leon in my work, especially with Thirsty Thursdays, which I know a lot of people have told me they really enjoy and that I'm kind of known for. And so all of this just kind of like builds up to a pressure that is so large that sometimes it just psychs me out. And I'm like, what if I just never did one of these again? And having to constantly battle with that, I don't think I'm ever going to get over it because success is just not linear, and sometimes it's going to be a bad day, sometimes a good one. Despite that, it is getting better, and I really enjoy Thirsty Thursdays. At the end of the day, I try to remind myself that these things are for fun and not necessarily to be perfect masterpieces. And let me tell you, now that I think about it, I cannot believe that I used to do one of these every week. What was I on? Oh my goodness. It's been so long, so I don't actually remember the mindset. I think I was just like, go, 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 and I wasn't thinking about it. But nowadays I do these once a month and it just feels nice. It's like, it's novel. The buildup is there every month. There's voting, and it just feels like a nice event that starts and closes perfectly. It may not feel novel to you considering this is the third video in a row that you get of these, but when you think about it, each of these was done a month apart. So you can only imagine how backed up I am on these VODs. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. anyway. And thank you guys so much for supporting and for watching. If you did make it this far, comment down below. Tell me what you thought of the video, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe. Help me hit 100K. Oh my God, that would be so exciting. And thank you to everybody on Patreon. That is where I post the most. Oh my goodness, we do works in progress, new merch drops, sketchbook pages, tutorials, speed paints, VODs, spicy drawings, webtoon behind the scenes. You got it all over there. So if you want to come over there, hang out and enjoy the exclusive content, please do. It really helps a lot. And also I have my website, which has my shop. I have been trying to delve into the world of merch, and I'm making some really cute things. And then I also have some really cute things that have been there for a while. My Valentine's collection specifically that I have been trying to sell out for a bit now. So if you want to check that one out, please do. And another important announcement that I totally forgot to mention, I am officially announced to be tabling at the TFT Paris Open Artist Alley. It has been so long since I have tabled. I don't even know if I know how to do that anymore, but if you want to hang out, come say hi, take pictures, buy some art. That is where I will be. It is a TFT exclusive event, so if you don't play that game or if you don't know anything about League of Legends, it's going to be a little awkward, but I can guarantee you it'll still be really fun. So I will also have some very exclusive TFT merch. I'll be putting some of it on my store in case I have any left over and you want to snag some. Hoping I sell out, but till then, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys next video. Bye!